Welcome back, everybody, to the San Antonio Spurs MyNBA series here. We are finally in the NBA playoffs. As you can see, we made it in through the play-in tournament. I simulated it last episode. For whatever reason, the results didn't save, so we're going to go ahead and simulate through here, and it should be about the same. As you can see, yes, Golden State gets the 8th seed, Charlotte and the 8th seed on the eastern side, and Detroit at the 7th seed on the west or on the eastern side as well. But we have to take on the Portland Trailblazers, who we actually made a major trade with in the previous draft, trading away the 6th overall pick in return for Anthony Simons. Now the Trailblazers in turn used that pick to select Lamont Boyd, a power forward who has not found a major role in their offense. He hasn't played nearly as well as they would have liked him to, but as you can see, they made some moves in order to support Damian Lillard, bringing in Gabe Vincent, campaign, relying on Shaedon Sharpe, who has made a major jump here in his third year in the NBA at 18 points per game, shooting 44% from three and 51% from the field. That is a very, 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 very good statistic line there for Shaedon Sharpe, a third-year player there. Brandon Miller, the second-year forward out of Alabama, has made a jump as well at 18 points per game, 39% from three, 45% from the field. Behind him, they have a couple of good players as well, as Brandon Miller, as I said, is averaging about 18 points per game. But they also have Cam Reddish and Nasir Little, two quality backup small forwards. Here's their weakest position, though. They are led by G.G. Jackson and Lamont Boyd. Boyd has been the starter for most of the season, but he hasn't been very impressive despite being the 6th overall pick out of Auburn, who we, as I mentioned, traded. So they're going to need him to step up in this playoff series, in my opinion. And hopefully we can exploit that, but because G.G. Jackson hasn't played that much for the Blazers in his 2 years in the NBA. He barely has played a minute a game. Just hasn't been given a chance. But their center position is very strong. They brought in Jonas Valanciunas on a 3-year deal. They have Jakob Poeltl on a 2-year deal. Trendon Watford is actually going to be probably playing a good amount of power forward minutes for them, but they also did trade for Clint Capella last season. So they are stacked at the center position, as you can see. I'm changing Trendon Watford's position to power forward. That way he has the best chance of getting on the court for this Trailblazers team and actually making an impact, because they could desperately use someone at that power forward position. As you can see, this is the lineup we're running with. It is about the same. Joseph Lemire will continue to come off the bench in games 1 and game 2 at minimum. Trying to just ease him back in there after that crazy spinal injury about midway through the season. Jordan Hawkins and Chester Evans will continue to serve as our reservation players, but we are almost ready to take the court here in Portland, Oregon. It's going to be a tough matchup, a 2-7 matchup. We are the 7th seed, obviously, and we had a good season, but I do think this is going to be a very, very tough one to come out on top as we head into enemy territory here. The Trailblazers, this crowd is going crazy. There's been a long drought for Portland in playoff success. They've been in the playoffs in the last century, obviously, a few times, or the last decade, I should say, but they haven't had much sustained success. Can Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers get the job done? We'll have to wait and see, as Victor Wembanyama wins the tip-off, and the Spurs are now off and running. Trey Jones got the point guard position back after the injury to Joseph Lemire, and he's going to start the day with a tough right-handed layup over Shaedon Sharpe. It's 2-0 now. Gabe Vincent making a start for Damian Lillard today. Shaedon Sharpe, though, doesn't hesitate. He lets the 3 fly. That is a big shot for the Trailblazers. Vincent, in his start, Lillard is easing back in after ankle injury, as you see Shaedon Sharpe hit another 3. He's got the first 6 points for the Trailblazers. Now Trey Jones going to drive. He kicks it out to Wemby. Wemby working on Capella. Capella much stronger than Vic. Vic's going to go up and puts it in and one. A tough right-handed layup. He's going to be put to the free throw line for the first time today, and he is going to splash it down. A big shot there for the Trailblazers. And now Shaedon Sharpe bringing it up the court. He has been very good so far. 6 points to start the day. Now he's going to step back right over Anthony Simons, make it 9 straight buckets for Shaedon Sharpe, as the Trailblazers have a 14-7 lead here early in the first quarter. Brandon Miller's going to drive, kick it down to Shaedon Sharpe, and the layup doesn't fall, but he would hit both free throws now, 16-9. A little later, Clint Capella going to spin around Wemby. He's going to drive and gets it stolen. Clint Capella, never seen him try and run the offense like that as Tre Jones runs right by everybody. And he's going to hit the nice left-handed layup, trying to get back in this game, 18-11. Jones going to go to KJ. Bumped his man off of him, and the three is good. A big shot there for Keldon Johnson, 14-18 now. The Spurs offense getting heated up. Brandon Miller, though, showing why he was the number 3 overall pick just a few seasons ago. He's going to give the Blazers a 7-point lead now, 21-16. Joseph Lemire back in the ball game for the first time. Runs the pick and roll effortlessly with Victor Wembanyama. Now Devin Vassell's going to go to Rui Hachimura in the corner. The three is good. Down to 2 now, down to 1. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Joseph Lemire off the screen, pulling up deep from 3, and that is good. The number 1 overall pick splashes that one through as Damian Lillard has no answer on that one. 25-23 now. Devin Vassell driving. He misses the layup opportunity. The 3 is no good. Now they go back outside. Rui Hachimura with a nice rebound. Joseph Lemire looking for another deep 3 at the top of the key. And that is his 7th point of the quarter. 28-29 now as we get down to the final seconds. Damian Lillard driving. He's going to go to Shaedon Sharpe, who finds the open spot. And he hits the 3. The Blazers offense has been firing on all cylinders, but they did struggle and let us back into us. Now Devin Vassell off the screen. He's going to pull a step back, drive, spin move, kicking it out to Lemire. Lemire another 3. This one's from the right side. And a hand was in his face, but Sharpe's defense was not enough as Damian Lillard now missing a free throw here to start the second quarter. It is 34-32. Tre Jones right beside the Moda Center logo. He's going to drive, looking for an open man. He's going to drive again. He's going to kick it out to Simons. Simons against his former team has struggled to start the day, but he's got his 5th bucket, or his 5th point, I should say. And that is a 3 ball there for the Spurs. Now Dame Dollar, 35-34. He has been consistently good for the Blazers. He's going to run around the screen, and he hits the 3. Tre Jones was forced to go underneath on that one. And not really much you can do there if you're forced to go underneath against Damian Lillard. But Anthony Simons in transition is going to find Keldon Johnson, who goes up and slams it with one hand. Authority there. Keldon Johnson slamming it over Brandon Miller. And the Spurs have taken a lead, but now is back to 42-41 as Anthony Simons up and under layup is good. He's got 7. He might not be efficient from 3 today, but he's been able to get into the paint fairly easily. Now Jones is going to go down to Naz Reid. The backup center is getting some solid minutes here in the playoffs, and he dunks it over Capella. Capella went to the right side. Reid goes right around him. And now it's 47-42. Joseph Lemire has been on fire so far today. 12 points for him. He's going to go down to Reid, who bumps Valanciunas and goes up for the reverse slam. Another point for Naz Reid there. He has 6 to start the day now, 49-44. Nasir Little is going to run him on the fast break off the rebound. Settles down, finds Trendon Watford. Jeremy Sochan was lost at half court. And Watford makes the Trailblazers back up 47-51 now as they've made 5 more threes as Naz Reid says, get that out of here. Jonas Valanciunas with the weak layup. We're now in the final minute of the second quarter, 51-48 for the Spurs. Now 58 seconds left. Joseph Lemire trying to get this offense going again here in the final minute. Lemire's going to drive. He's got an open man. He tries for the layup, gets blocked. It goes right to Keldon Johnson. And the mid-range jumper is good. So a 14-6 run for the Spurs to end the quarter. Now Shaedon Sharpe going to hit the nice mid-range floater. He is fouled in the shot by Rui Hachimura. And now Sharpe's going to go to the free throw line with a chance to make it a 5-point game. About 10.5 seconds remain in the first half. Sharpe does make it a 5-point game, and the Spurs now up 54-51 now starting the third quarter. I should have said make it a 3-point game. I don't know why I kept saying make it a 5-point game, but Brandon Miller sagged off by Keldon Johnson, and instead Miller starts the third quarter, tying it up for the Trailblazers, 59-56. Wemby's 3 is no good. Brandon Miller had a good shot on the first possession. Now Miller going to be driving the fast break, kicking it to Shaedon Sharpe, who finds the open spot. He has had a great game, 21 points so far today, and that's in the first half alone now, 24 for Sharp. Brandon Miller looking for another three. The Blazers basically just three-point hunting now as Miller has 18 points, 8 in the quarter now, as Campaign's three is no good. Clint Capella with the rebound. Back out to Miller. Contested three, no good. Capella with the rebound, no good. Puts it up. He's blocked again by Wemby. The Spurs showing some fight on defense. Wemby running the fast break, and he slams it. Defense turning into offense now as the Spurs and Victor Wembanyama have a 1-point lead as Devin Vassell's heave is no good. Wemby goes up and spins it down and slams it on the other side over Clint Capella. He is trying his best to take over this one for the Spurs as they are now up 70-68. Joseph Lemire off the screen. He's going to drive. He's going to get stripped by Lillard. Lillard running the fast break. He's going to kick it to Sharp in the corner. It's good. They take a 1-point lead again. The Spurs offense just once again turning it over. And now Lemire working on Sharp. He's going to be getting a screen from Victor Wembanyama. Lemire going to go around the screen. Pull up for three. He hits it. He's got 18 on the day. 75-74 here at the end of the third quarter. Devin Vassell trying to extend the lead for the Spurs. Vassell's going to get a screen from Lemire. He's going to kick it out to Lemire. Lemire doesn't hesitate and hits the three. 2 seconds left in that quarter, and now it is a 78-74 ball game. Damian Lillard really needs to take over for the Blazers. Can he do that? He starts the fourth quarter with the first shot of the quarter, and that is a good three-point shot, heavily contested, but he's still able to get it to go now. Trey Jones, 78-77 for the Spurs. Jones is going to drive off the screen, kick it to AC. AC, only 2 points on the day, but that time the three is good. He has not been able to get a shot going. That's a clutch shot there, 83-80 now. Joseph Lemire going to pull up over Lillard. He hits it again. 24 for Lemire in this game, as the number 1 overall pick is doing everything in his power to give us a lead and keep this lead 86-80 now. Brandon Miller's going to go to Lillard. Lillard miscommunication, and he hits the open three. How do you let Damian Lillard get that open? Now 92-87. Lillard going to step it back, go around the screen, driving it, kicks it to Capella, who just throws up a little floater. And that one is good. Now 92-81 for 89 for the Blazers here. Right under 5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. We have tried and fought so hard. It's going to be disappointing, but Joseph Lemire feeling himself. He's got 31 as he has been unstoppable for this Spurs offense. We have been relying on him very heavily. Damian Lillard looking for an answer. He goes up with the right hand and one. Naz Reid, the backup center, with the foul. 96-92 now. Keldon Johnson with 13 on the day. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it out to Wemby. A clutch corner three is good. Victor Wembanyama hits that one now. 99-94. Jakob Poeltl going to be getting the ball. He's going to give it around. Brandon Miller kicks it to Lillard, and Lillard, the long-range corner three, hits it, and it's 99-97. The Spurs caught a timeout as we're under 2 minutes remaining, as now it's going to be going out to Lillard. Lillard being guarded by Wemby. Wemby overruns it, and Lillard, two, could have been a three, but he's going to tie it up with the long-range, mid-range jumper. Brandon Miller going to go to Shaedon Sharp. The shot is blocked by Victor Wembanyama, doing everything in his power to protect the rim there. Now Lillard driving on Jones. Lillard pushing him off, and that's an and one again. That is a major foul there. 103-101 though. Lillard wouldn't hit the free throw. Keldon Johnson driving. He's going to slam it down and tie it up. 103 all as the Trailblazers now with a chance to take the lead. Lillard working on Lemire. Step back. Doesn't get any space. Sharp pulls up from the corner. He hits the three. Shaedon Sharp with the clutch three now. Keldon Johnson driving. He kicks it to the corner. Lemire open in the corner. It's good. 106 all. The Blazers will have an opportunity to tie it or to win the game here in the final seconds. Lillard, you've got to expect he's going to shoot it. Lemire playing him close. Wemby's going to jump for it. Capella wide open layup, and he's stripped by Vassell. What a game-saving strip there. Devin Vassell saves the day. And now we head into overtime. The Blazers tied up 106-106. Lillard, the floater over Victor Wembanyama. It's going to fall now, 108-106. Lillard getting into the paint on Trey Jones. He's driving. Jones playing good defense. Instead, though, Brandon Miller finds the open man, and that is Brandon Miller. I should say Shaedon Sharpe found him. So the Blazers quickly 103-106 as Trey Jones gets rejected by Dame Dolla. Now Brandon Miller has the ball, 106-111. Shaedon Sharpe heavily contested. Three is good as he's fading. And the Blazers have just shell-shocked us here in overtime. 114-106. The Spurs haven't even scored yet. And we're only a minute 41 left as Victor Wembanyama gets the first points of the overtime period for the Spurs as Clint Capella gets blocked. Poeltl gets the rebound, though. And that is all for naught. 37 seconds left. Sharpe's going to go to Jakob Poeltl. He's going to go to Sharpe. Now Lillard off the screen. He's going to pull up. Contested. Three falls. This overtime was filled with crazy shots. And just like that, the Spurs are going to lose game one. A very, very tight contest, but it turned into a kind of a bit of a blowout there in overtime. I mean, I know 9 points or 11 points isn't really a blowout, but considering it was 106-106 in overtime, you might as well say it's a blowout because the Spurs did not come to perform in overtime. Damian Lillard is going to get honors as the player of the game here. He's finally has a good team around him, but he still dropped 38 points on this game, and that is a crazy number to see right there for the Trailblazers offense. I mean, very, very impressive how they were able to score at will against this Spurs team. And I mean, I'm honestly kind of disappointed in us. I do think we could have had a better chance at winning this one if we had done a little bit more in that fourth quarter. And honestly, I think the game was very, very winnable. We were up by 5 with about a minute and a half left, and we let them come back. They got some very clutch blocks, but Damian Lillard, at the end of the day, is the reason they won. He just dominated us all day long, and I'm not too surprised. I pretty much expected that, but a final score of 119-108 now as the Trailblazers let Shaedon Sharpe lead their offense, 39 points on 32 minutes. Damian Lillard was right behind him with 38 and 8 assists, as well as 2 blocks and 2 steals. Clint Capella had 4 and 12. Brandon Miller had 21, 4 and 8, and they didn't need anybody else to do anything else besides Jakob Poeltl, and Clint Capella got a couple of rebounds here and there. On our side, Joseph Lemire had 34. Victor Wembanyama had 20 and 16. He also had 6 blocks and 2 steals. KJ had 15, 4, and 6 for us. That was a good game for him. Anthony Simons down there, as you can see, struggled against his former team, I should say. He had 11, 3 and 2, but he shot poorly. D'Anthony Acey struggled in his first playoff game as a rookie, 8, 6 and 1, but he shot very bad from the field. Naz Reid, though, had some good minutes for us. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 for 4 from the field. A big block and a big steal there. Trey Jones, 6 points, 8 assists. He basically just runs the offense now, gets a couple of assists a game, gets a couple of buckets. That's about all he's good for us. Devin Vassell wasn't good at all this game. But the Blazers are going to take a 1-0 lead, and we're about to play game 2 here in just a few minutes in this episode as well. But as you can see around the league, the Pelicans 1-0, the Jazz 2-0, Clippers and the Lakers, a very big rivalry matchup there in Los Angeles. They are tied 1-1. We're going to look at the statistics a little bit here for some of these games. As you can see, the Pelicans are a big favorite to win this series. The Warriors, I was going to say the Couriers, I guess you could call them that as well. The Warriors are aging, and it looks like with Zion Williamson healthy, Brandon Ingram healthy, the Pelicans are just too good for the Warriors to even have a chance, and we'll have to see how that series unfolds as we go forward here. And now in the Mavericks and the Jazz series, we see the Mavericks are struggling without Luka Doncic, who suffered a right ankle injury. I believe he should be back at some point, but he just hasn't been able to play in this series yet, and just because of that, Jet Howard has been a great option for them, but he's obviously not Luka Doncic. Kawhi Leonard has done everything in his power to win this series so far, and they have done a great job getting up 2-0, but still anybody's series there. The 4-5 series is always the most interesting one, as you can see. And here in the Clippers and Lakers series, the Lakers won game 2 by 1 point. Tyrese Maxey was the leading scorer for the Clippers in both games. In game 1, they blew the Lakers out of the water. Paul George didn't play that well. He shot 30% from the field, 25% from 3, 1 for 4. Zach Collins was pretty decent for him, but Pandemic P is back and worse than ever, maybe, because in game 2, he really didn't do that great either. As you can see, the Lakers offense just struggled in game 1, and in game 2, they bounced back from that. Tyrese Maxey led the way. Paul George struggled again. He shot well from the field, but not as much as you would like, and they were unfortunately losing that one. Now the series tied 1-1. The Celtics just dominating the Hornets. LaMelo Ball playing well. Not really standing a chance there if you're a Hornets fan, unfortunately for y'all. The Pacers in game 2 were able to take a 2-point win with Tyrese Halliburton leading the way, Benedict Mathurin as well. Halliburton averaging 21 in the playoffs as they have a 2-0 lead over the Raptors. The Magic and the Hawks lead 2-0 there. That is the 6-3 matchup. The Hawks, unfortunately for them, they were very high in the seeding all year long. They fell off at the end there, and that's why they found themselves so low, but they're still a very good team. The Pistons, however, able to steal a game from the Cavs. The Cavs and Celtics have been pretty untouchable in this series so far in the first 2 years, but the Pistons able to take game 2. Game 1, they got beat by 18. Game 2, they held the Cavs to just 83 points, and they had a good offensive game at 98 points. Nothing crazy, but the Cavs shot 4 of 37. Yes, I said that right. 4 of 37 from 3 in that game 2 matchup, so I'm assuming they're not going to shoot that bad ever again. Evan Mobley was 0 of 7. Darius Garland was 1 for 8. A couple of guys didn't even make a single shot either. Corey Kispert, the three-point expert, was 0 for 5 as we are now almost ready to get into game 2 here in Portland. We have to have our A game here. It's going to be a tough matchup, and with the Blazers already winning game 1 and with home court advantage, if we don't steal this one, it's going to be a very long uphill climb as we are running the same lineup as last game. Lamont Boyd back in the starting lineup for the Blazers. Shaedon Sharpe is still the 2-guard, and Damian Lillard going to get the starting nod. He is fully healthy for the Blazers, and we are now going to head down to the court here in the Moda Center again. Game 2 matchup here in the 2024 NBA playoffs for the San Antonio Spurs. We are looking for our first win under head coach, or first playoff win in this series for head coach Greg Popovich, right after a few years of a rebuild. So it's going to be a big momentum shifter if we're even able to get a win, as we won the tip-off, and we are now starting the game here. Keldon Johnson going to drive past the screen from AC. AC gets it and throws it up over Lamont Boyd, and the left-handed hook shot goes up and in, and it is a 2-0 start as Damian Lillard driving up or walking up the right side of the court to start the day. Lillard's going to pull up from deep, and the first shot of the day, no good for the Blazers. Now 4-0. Anthony Simons going to get a steal from Shaedon Sharpe. He throws it ahead to Wembanyama, and he slams it down. 6-0 to start the day for the Spurs. A nice start for us. We are now trying to get up 8-0 as D'Anthony AC goes up and through the contact. Shaedon Sharpe didn't stand a chance. AC makes it 8-2 now. Brandon Miller going to get a screen from Lamont Boyd. Miller's going to drive. He's been excellent in the series. He's going to start the day with a 2-point layup there. 8-4 now. Dre Jones going to kick it out to Keldon Johnson. Johnson's 3 is no good, as that is a rebound to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe's going to run up the court on the fast break. Lillard leaning 3. Tough shot, but it's good. That one falls for the Blazers as they quickly get back into this one. 8-7. Anthony Simons spin move. Beautiful move. He kicks it out to Trey Jones to end the 7-0 run as they get the 3-point shot to fall. 11-7 now. And so far, both of these games have been very exciting. The Trailblazers now 11-7, going to get it to Lamont Boyd. D'Anthony AC denies it in transition. Anthony Simons going to pull up from 3 on the left corner. And that one's good as we go back up 14-7, make it 14-9 now. Tre Jones going to drive. He's getting into the paint, touching the paint. Keldon Johnson in the corner. He hits it. KJ, he missed one earlier. Makes up for it with that open one, 17-13. Jonas Valanciunas hasn't played a major role for this team yet. Damian Lillard left open from 3, and he lets it fly now as the Blazers fight back into this one, down by 1 instead of 5. Tre Jones, 17-16 now. He's running the offense. He gets a steal, or his pass is stolen. Now he gets a steal, and the Spurs get it back. Victor Wembanyama catches the pass and hits the 3. 20-16. What a start for the Spurs. 23-18 now. Devin Vassell going to kick it to Wemby. Wemby throws it down with both hands with authority. He averages 3.4 blocks per game, leading the NBA. Joseph Lemire now hesitating on the 3, missing it. Wemby fighting for the rebound. He's going to get it back out to Joseph Lemire. Lemire going to get the screen from Wemby. Nobody's open now. Devin Vassell forcing it from the corner. He hits this one. The Spurs 11-2 run here late in the first quarter makes it 30-18. Now Joseph Lemire driving, spinning, throwing it down with the left hand. What a move there by Joseph Lemire. Didn't know he had the athleticism in him. And now they go up 14 points to start the second quarter. Gabe Vincent in the game for the Trailblazers. Brandon Miller's been fairly quiet, but I'm expecting him to get started now. He passes it to Capella, who goes up and around Wembanyama. Learned from that mistake in game 1 where he got stripped by Devin Vassell. And despite winning the game, it almost caught them. Now Vassell going to lull the defense to sleep and then pull up from 3. He has 9 points early in this one. The Spurs have made 5 more three-pointers total than the Trailblazers. And usually when you do that, it is a recipe for success. Gabe Vincent touches the paint. Instead of shooting it, he gets back out and he's going to pass it to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe going to kick it out to Capella. Not a three-point shooter, but he finds Vincent, who gets open. A little bit of space is all Gabe Vincent needs, as he is a prolific volume three-point shooter now. Anthony Simons driving his shot is blocked by Shaedon Sharpe from behind. Brandon Miller going to run the fast break for the Trailblazers, stopping at the three-point line. He's going to kick it to Vincent. Vincent contested 3, falls again. Now they are trying to make their comeback now, 44-40. Joseph Lemire's shot is no good. AC gets it. Kick it out to Wemby again. They get to reset the offense now. Joseph Lemire going to drive the screen. He's going to go to the right side, trying to kick it down. Podol with the steal. Jakob Poeltl with a massive steal there. Lillard driving all the way coast to coast, and that makes it a 2-point ball game. He has 14 here in this first quarter now, 44-42. Anthony Simons trying to guard Jonas Valanciunas. He just goes up and over. And that is the easiest shot of the day for Jonas Valanciunas in this Trailblazers offense. 44-44 now. Lillard's going to go to Brandon Miller. Miller's going to hit the 3. No, he misses it. I thought it was going in. Instead, Jakob Poeltl goes right through the contact, and that is their first lead of the day. 48-44 now as Keldon Johnson's going to corral the steal, kick it out to Simons. Simons launches it from 3 and hits it. A weird series of events there. Almost a lost turnover. Instead, Joseph Lemire on the next possession is going to hit another 3 as we are tied up 50 points all. Damian Lillard trying to keep the Trailblazers in it. Our offense has went stagnant here in this second quarter. We have been cold as Lillard cuts to the basket and throws it down. Joseph Lemire caught sleeping now, 56-52 with 40 seconds left in the second. Victor Wembanyama going to drive. He's going to kick it to KJ. KJ no good from the corner. Wemby with the rebound back out to KJ. KJ again's going to launch it, and this one's good. He has a couple of points here, or a couple of baskets here in this one. Joseph Lemire now to start the third quarter down by 4. Our offense started really hot, and since then they have cooled off. Victor Wembanyama, they're going to start the second half with an easy running layup over Jakob Poeltl, the starting center for the Blazers. Now 59-57, Keldon Johnson driving. He's trying to get stripped now as Brandon Miller's going to yank it away from him. Miller driving up and through the contact. The Euro step goes in. Damian Lillard's next shot is no good. It's batted away, but the Spurs are able to corral it. Now Joseph Lemire working on Lillard. Lemire with the hesitation, pullback 3. He launches it, and it's good. Joseph Lemire with 14 points, 11 in the first half. Now Lillard going to pull a step back. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it to the open man. Brandon Miller's 3 is good. Rui Hachimura left him wide open, and Miller again with an excellent game. He had 17 so far today. Now Tre Jones going to drive. He's going to kick it to Wemby in the paint. No, he keeps it himself. Jones now passes it to Wemby, who hesitates and goes up and under the basket, and he hits the layup. 74-68. Now the Trailblazers in a great spot so far. Now Devin Vassell running around the screen, getting into the basket. He's going to kick it to the corner. Rui Hachimura, the three-point specialist, hits the corner three, as he has not lost anything for us here. 71-74. Rui Hachimura has been one of the best signings of this series, and it happened in the first offseason, so I've been very happy with that. Brandon Miller now trying to get into the paint. He's going to find Nasir Little, who is open in the corner, whose three is good. Hachimura, as soon as I compliment him, he goes for the steal and gets left wide open, or his man gets left wide open because of it. 77-73 now. Clint Capella on the perimeter. He's going to look for Gabe Vincent. Vincent contested heavily. The three is still good, though. The Blazers now up 80-73. Make it 80-77, though, here late in the third. Jonas Valanciunas' shot is rejected by Wemby. He gets his own board, though. Valanciunas with the crossover down to Vincent. Vincent, a couple of seconds left on the clock, goes to Shaedon Sharpe. Boyd is going to find Trendon Watford. Watford, the fading, heavily contested three falls. And the Trailblazers have an answer for everything. 83-77. That was a crazy shot. Tre Jones, though, going to find KJ in the corner. And he hits the three now, making it 83-82 here in the start of the fourth quarter for the Spurs. We need a big shot here to start some momentum. Anthony Simons driving on Sharpe. He's going to go to Keldon Johnson. Johnson gets into the paint. Pump fakes, kicks it out to Tre Jones. Jones going to go to the corner. He's going to give it to AC. AC, the long mid-range shot falls. A 1-point lead now for the Spurs to start the fourth. Lillard going to slowly bring it up the court for the Blazers, working on Tre Jones. As you can see, Brandon Miller has been killing us, and the point differential is, the plus-minus is crazy in favor of Rui Hachimura in the bench unit. Victor Wembanyama does have a positive point differential. He's got a 9, but we've got a bunch of people in the negatives. Points responsible for, though, Wemby's going to lead that one. But the Blazers still in a good spot, and despite a very good first quarter, we are struggling. Shaedon Sharpe gets a screen, and he pulls up and hits the three, running all over the court, making it 86-84 now. Anthony Simons going to bring it up the court for us. D'Anthony Acey's going to set the screen. Simons driving, brings both men in. Acey's going to pull up from the top of the key. He hits it, and he's got 14 so far today, 89-88. Tre Jones trying to extend this lead. Victor Wembanyama. Jakob Poeltl is going to continue to guard him. Wemby driving to the paint, kicking it to AC. AC, the long three from the hash mark. He banks it in. 19 for the first round pick from this past season. Now Damian Lillard, 92-91. Goes to Shaedon Sharpe, who throws it down. They give the Blazers another 1-point lead. A 6:10 remaining on the clock. Joseph Lemire backing down Lillard, stepping through and around the smaller defender, and he's got the easy layup. 16 points today for Joseph Lemire. 94 all is the score. Right around 5 minutes remaining. Lillard looking to Capella, driving, running to the basket. Lillard does get open and contest it, but he hits it. A tough shot there for Dame Dolla, as he now gives them a 3-point lead. 97-94 for the Blazers. Joseph Lemire is going to get the screen from AC. Lemire drives. He's going to kick it to AC. AC left open again. This one's good again. He's got 22 and has come alive here in the fourth quarter. Brandon Miller swerving in and out of traffic now as the game is tied. 97 all. Miller in the paint. He goes to Poeltl. Going out to Capella. Poeltl's going to give it to Capella, who gives it to Miller. Miller's going to hit the three as he threw that one up, and he just does anything he wants today in this one, as the Blazers now up 103-100 as Anthony Simons drives, and the layup is no good, but he is fouled. We're going to go to the free throw line here in a clutch matchup. Simons hit the first one, and now he's going to hit the second one, making it 103-102 now. 2 minutes remaining in this one as the tight contest comes down to the wire again. Lemire's going to drive. He wants to kick it to Keldon Johnson. KJ from three. He hits it, giving us a 2-point lead. 1:48 remaining. Joseph Lemire working on the defense. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby with the turnaround layup, giving us our first 4-point lead in a while, and that is the first extensive lead in a while. I guess I should say the first 2-possession lead in a while, because everything else has just been 1 or 2 points so far. Damian Lillard, though, still got some gas left in the tank. He just does an easy pull-up mid-range jump shot. And the Spurs are forced to call a timeout here. 107 to 105. 30 seconds remaining in this one. Anthony Simons going to go to Keldon Johnson. Johnson going to give it to Lemire. Lemire pump fakes. He's going to drive on Lillard. He's got a smaller defender on him. The rookie up and under and into the basket. It's a good layup there. 109 to 105. The Blazers with a chance, though. Brandon Miller gets open in the corner and he hits it. Oh, what a shot. Miller hits it, and now it's 109 to 108 for the Trailblazers. They're going to foul Simons, who goes to the line now. And Simons is going to miss the first free throw, so he can only make it a 2-point ball game, and now he is going to miss the second one. The Blazers just need a layup to win the game. 12 seconds on the clock. They use their final timeout. You've got to guess it's going to go to Lillard again. This didn't work out for him last time, but Lillard, 7 seconds. He's going to go around the screen. Lillard pulls up. Good contest. No good, and they are going to lose the ball game. 109 to 108. We're going to steal a game here in Portland. It was down to the final millisecond as Victor Wembanyama comes down with the rebound, and they ran out of time to foul him. If they had gotten the foul through, though, they still would have had a chance to hit a 3 and tie the game, but instead, the Blazers are going to cut the series now 1-1 in their home court advantage. We steal game 2. Really wish we could have stole game 1 because it was so close, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy to win one of these games on the road. And now Victor Wembanyama, player of the game, as we are now 1-1 on the series. If you guys have enjoyed this first playoff episode of the Spurs MyNBA, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an installation of this series. As I thank you guys for the continuous support, and I'll see you all next episode.